Growing up I saw things. My mom pushed it off as it was just imaginary friends, like all parents do. But after a while she started realizing it wasn't that. I had turned 9 and I had an agonizing fear of things following me and seeing things everywhere. My mother started taking me to church, but sadly that didn't help. After a while I stopped talking to her about it. I just didn't want to bother her about it. I grew in agony as these things kept bugging me. Fast forward 4 years later, when one day a new one appeared. A lady with long black hair, dressed in white, skinny as all get out. I never saw her real face since it was always covered by her hair, but she seemed like one of the nicer hallucinations I had. The lady just sort of followed me in the waking and dream worlds. In my dreams I'd forget what we'd do, but I knew she was there. After a while I started calling her Amnesia. That's just how I referred to her. I never really thought anything about it until one day in May in 2016. I was 15 then. I had come back home from a band concert and everyone in my family was outside along with the other people who were staying with us. Smoke was coming out of the house and all the lights were off. I ran out of the car and asked what was happening. They explained that our 2 dogs were barking at something in the hallway. Heaven, a girl staying with us at the time, had went to go see what was happening. In our hallway stood an 8-foot-tall shadowy male figure. She had screamed and got everyone. Her stepdad started smudging and blessing the house. While I was outside I stared talking to one of Heaven's sisters about the figure. I explained that I had a hallucination that fit the description. I called him Dream Taker. After I had said that Heaven's sister had me tell my mom everything. About my dreams, my hallucinations, everything. When I told her about amnesia, all the color in her face went cold. She told me that after I was born she had taken me home to our apartment, at the time. One day she had put me in my crib and then went to go lay down for a bit. Just to be clear, my mother's bedroom was just across the way from mine and she could see my crib from her bed. She had fallen asleep for a while when she was suddenly awoken to what sounded like someone walking in the hallway towards her room. Her blood ran cold, all she could do was look in horror. There in the hallway was a pale skinny lady. She had charcoal black hair that was a tangled drape over her face. She slumped over while walking as her white tattered dress dragged behind her. She started walking into my room and my mother immediately started to get up, but she couldn't. She felt as if an invisible force was binding her to the bed. The lady stopped and turned to look at my mother. Her hair swept from her face to reveal a face my mother could only describe as terrifying. She had no eyes. They were black voids that seemed to pierce through my mother's eyes. Her jaw seemed broken and hung open and a reddish-black ooze dripped from it. The lady let out a high-pitched screech and I started to cry in my crib. The lady turned back around to my crib. She struggled as she listened to my screaming. Then I stopped, everything was silent. Her thoughts ran through her mind, she couldn't think right. After a while she could finally get up. She ran into my room to check on me. I was sound asleep like nothing had happened. She grabbed a bat and searched the apartment to find nothing. Everything was the same as it was. She grabbed our phone and called our neighbor. "Hey, did you hear my baby cry? She was just crying a little bit ago." "What are you talking about? Your baby wasn't crying. Is everything okay?" I didn't know what to think. Was this lady a blessing or a curse? My mother also told me my grandma dwelled in black magic and it could be a byproduct of something gone wrong. But who knows honestly? I don't know how I feel about it honestly.